So I would say, I mean, for everyone, self regulation is defined as the ability to manage your emotions and behaviors and thoughts, especially when you're feeling overwhelmed, your system is overwhelmed. And so when we look at infants, we see that they have a basic skill to self regulate. So when infants are sucking their thumbs or a pacifier, or when they look away when they're feeling overwhelmed, those are kind of their basic rudimentary ways of self-regulating.
Self-regulation in a young child is sort of their ability to deal with stressors, changes in plans, challenging emotions, and kind of like learning to recover.
So, self regulation is the ability to regulate our emotions with coping strategies. For children, it really is important that we focus on co regulation with a supportive adult, so that adult really teaching and being that supportive person to role model how to regulate emotions, and then our children can really learn how to self regulate.
There's developmental stages for a reason, right? Kids are supposed to go through them, and so when they are tasked with a new developmental stage, that creates sort of expectations on them and things that they can't do because it's just they're working through all the developmental stages. So every stage is going to present you with issues around having to regulate that might look different than the stage before that and the stage after that. So there's all these different things that you have to, as a parent, we find a lot of questions around that because is this normal developmentally? Yeah, it is. And how do we do it? Because every stage presents different challenges and struggles for kids and for parents. And so it's always about keeping up with those developmental stages and being able to help them regulate through that, depending on what it is that's being presented to them, whatever stresses they have around whatever it might be.
Children apply various strategies to manage their emotions, influenced by factors like age, personality, and expressions. Young babies, for instance, will look away when they're feeling overwhelmed. Children around the ages 5 and up to may employ self-talk for emotional regulation. We also see children release tension through physical expressions, squeezing stuffies, rocking back and forth. We also see children remove themselves from situation, try to find quieter areas to play in. Another way we see also children manage their emotions by seeking support and comfort from a trusted adult.
So, in our playgroups, we like to use tangible tools to help with the child's self regulation, as well as show caregivers and parents what they can use and how to use it to help support their child's emotions. One of the tools we use are visuals, whether that be in poster cards like this or images in books that kind of explain different emotions that we use. We kind of use this in a play-based way, in a fun way, but to kind of go over kind of how we're feeling and to start labeling those emotions.
Using songs or stories that promote self-regulation, such as reading books about characters managing their emotions, or singing songs about taking deep breath to calm down.
Parents may also be learning to self-regulate, right? And this is a skill that they're trying to navigate and manage as well. So I think, we talk about modeling a lot, right? But empowering parents to kind of learn to self-regulate as well is super important. And I think a lot of parents benefit from, learning about child development, learning about what are realistic expectations from their child. The number one thing that caregivers can be doing is practicing self-regulation themselves and really modeling that behavior. And I would say that's one of the great challenges of parenting. Do as I say, not as I do doesn't really work, right? So we need to be showing them and when we're having moments of frustration ourselves, where we're feeling dysregulated, it's a real learning opportunity for our kiddos.
Reach out, get help, support.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's a simple question. Like, that's what our single sessions are for. We love that because it doesn't mean there's anything necessarily wrong, but just to reach out and ask the questions, get a different viewpoint, because when you're stuck in it, it's harder to see it. So if you have some outside point of view, it can help you just calm down. I've had so many families tell me, you just validated everything. Thank you so much. I needed to be validated.